Hello, everybody. Welcome to our team call. It's January 10th. I am so excited that you guys are all here because we have a very special presentation for you. Megan and Cassie are both going to give us a little snippet of To Be Mindset. So I'm really excited about that because I think a lot of us shy away from it because we don't have the information on it or you just haven't done it. So you probably honestly just forget about it. But this is a great program. When it came out, I purchased it. I did it for like a few months just to kind of really get the basis of it. And I can see how it could really, really help somebody that's struggling with nutrition. And for those people that give you that, oh, I already work out excuse, like this is the perfect program for them if they refuse to do, the at-home workout part. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started, but we're going to start with recognition at first. I always forget this part. Oh, there it is. Okay, so here is our leaderboard. Can you guys, I think you can see my whole screen. Can you see, hold on. Okay, so on the board we have Stacy with 2, Sierra with 2. I don't know why your name's spelled funky. We have Devin with 4 and Tazy with 4 and myself with SC6. And our coach of the week is Devin because she is literally on fire. I think she's only been a coach for like a month. Where's Sierra's face? Is that right? Yeah, like a month, I think. You're muted. So we can't hear you. But I think she's been like a month or 2 and she just signed up her second discount coach today. So that means, she's going to have a very special announcement on Thursday, next Thursday. So we're all so proud of her. She's crushing it. And honestly, go look at her before and after because she is not only already crushing the business, but she's crushing her workouts and nutrition as well. So yay for Devin. And then announcements. So Super Weekend is the last time I'm going to tell you guys about it because I know we already pretty much have, I think there's like 9 of us going, which is kind of cool. And if you are going, don't forget to bring your step. That's what they said. They said to bring your step. So I'm assuming we can probably just like leave it in the car and maybe go back out. Sorry, Madison keeps stirring. Of course she would wake up like mid-team call. And then our second announcement is that summit tickets are on sale through the rest of the month, or I think starting January 12th for $155. And if you refer somebody, so like say you have a coach and they get their summit ticket, then they put your name on the registration form and you get to be invited to like this special workout at Summit, which is kind of cool. And then obviously the Dash to Diamond that we announced yesterday, hopefully we didn't hype it up too much, but we were all like really excited about it. It's $10 to get in. You PayPal Danielle and it's to help push you to Diamond. So if you thrive in accountability groups like you do with our workout programs, and most of us started out as challengers, and obviously all of us were successful with that. This will be like a challenge group for your business, and we're gonna kind of start with like a prep week where we literally go through like a step-by-step on how to like make this business work and everything that you need to know about it. Even if you've been doing it for a long time, there's always something to learn. And then for the rest of the time, for like 6 weeks, you're going to kind of just be put into like a boot camp where you're going to be given like tasks. You're going to have to check in. You're going to have to, just do all these fun things. And we haven't really got all the nitty gritty down yet, but it's going to be worth it. So even if Diamond isn't your first goal right now, pay the $10 and get in the group, because the worst thing that's going to happen is you're out $10, but you are going to gain so much knowledge and you're going to gain so much discipline with your business that it's worth even more than $10. So everybody get in the group. And Transform 20 releases on Monday, still $20 off for the rest of the month. So make sure you are talking about that. It is going to be one of those life-changing programs. 20-minute workouts are very appealing to people. So make sure you're talking about it. And then tomorrow night, probably around this time, you don't have to like be there live, but For any new coaches or people that kind of want a refresher, I'm going to do like a Coach Basics kind of breakdown, everything that you need to know about coaching, like all the different ranks and stuff like that, and controlled business centers and team volume and all that. I'm going to go just live in our Facebook group. I'm not going to make it a Zoom call, so you can refer back to it later. It'll probably be like around 9 o'clock whenever Madison goes to sleep. And hold on, I don't want to get there yet. And then we had a little bit, I don't know if I was talking to Sierra earlier, and is she on here? She went dark. But I was talking to Sierra earlier, and we were laughing about her 90s video challenge because she was like so freaked out to do it, and she kept telling me she was going to delete the video. So I went back and I made sure she had kept it up, and she was like, "Oh yeah, Amber, just sang into her." She's like, "I didn't know I could sing. I thought I had to dance." So me and Sierra are both calling Amber out right now, and we are saying that tomorrow morning you have to do I'm so mean, a 90s challenge dance. And we're going to all hold you accountable to that. And all it's going to do is keep you on your game, keep you on your toes, right? Get more confidence. So you're welcome, Amber. And that being said, did anybody have any questions about any of the announcements that I made? Doesn't seem like it. All right, so I'm going to start with the nitty gritty of 2B Mindset. And I'm just gonna kind of do like an overview, and then Cassie and Megan are gonna take over. So with 2B Mindset, it's meant for people, it's meant for anybody. Literally anybody can do this, but really the people that I would say it's focused on are people that emotionally eat and that food controls them, people who have more weight to lose, and people that like yo-yo diet. They try every single diet out there and they never stick to it. It's like they'll do it for a week and then they're off, and then they do it for a month and then they're off, and they're trying something else. People have spent like hundreds and hundreds of dollars on like every program out there. This is for those people. And people who need simplicity, and they don't want to deal with containers. They don't want to worry about portions and things like that. This literally just teaches you how to eat so that you can lose weight and not have so many restrictions on yourself. And that obviously is very appealing, and it's very easy to learn this mindset, and that's why it's called 2B Mindset, and they'll kind of break down why it's called that. And when you're having conversations, this is how you figure out what to offer people, because you can get this program with Beachbody On Demand. So if you're truly having a conversation with somebody about their goals and you're asking them, about their nutrition, and they flat out tell you, I have 60 pounds to lose, I'm an emotional eater. You ask them questions and you can kind of figure out, maybe 2B Mindset would be a better fit for them. And then you just explain, hey, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive than the regular program, but this is going to change your life. And you explain why you think that this program is meant for them. So do not ignore this program. And that's just like the one message I want to get across to you guys today, because you should be talking about it. I need to talk about it more. I kind of like drifted off talking about it when all like the other stuff started happening with all the other new programs and everything. But this really is an eye-catching program that people really will benefit from. So I kind of wanted to show you guys prices. So you can get Beachbody On Demand with 2B Mindset, and that comes with Shakeology. It comes with there's a recipe book, there's a tracker. You can actually, the tracker is actually on the nutrition app too. And comes with like a get started guide, a Shakeo cup, and I think that's it. And it's normally $220, but right now it's actually $30 off through the end of the month. So you can get it for $190, which is pretty awesome. It's a really good deal. And then if they want just 2B Mindset, they don't want the workouts, I always offer just the 2B Mindset with the Beachbody On Demand, because even if they don't work out at first, they're getting Beachbody On Demand for such a cheap price that it's just worth it. And honestly, every person I've sold 2B Mindset to that didn't get Beachbody On Demand wound up getting it, because they follow you on social media, and they want to do what you're doing once they start to feel better about themselves with the nutrition. So it's $180 normally for just the regular 2B Mindset, and it's $20 off this month. So right now it's $160. And then you can get actually just the 2B Mindset only without Shakeology. And that's normally $119 and it's $20 off right now. So what's that, 99, right? Something like that. I don't know why that math is not working in my brain. And you guys can get it for $74.95 if you want. And I obviously recommend, you know, if you're going to be talking about this and, you know, I mean, you don't have to, but you might as well try it, and then you can share your journey. And, you know, it's a $74 investment. It doesn't expire. You'll have 2B Mindset forever. And then I just wanted to show you guys what I say to people when I'm talking about it. I will send this like snippet to you guys, like we'll post it in our group, but I think you'd really benefit from our program called 2B Mindset. It looks at nutrition from an emotional standpoint, and she teaches you how to change your mindset to detach emotion from it. She teaches you how to plate your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, and it's not restrictive at all. She teaches you how to handle events, holidays, parties, how to keep your fridge stocked properly, and how to get the most out of grocery shopping. It's basically a beginner's guide to nutrition in a series of videos. Sometimes when we are struggling, going back to the basics is what we need. It also comes in a package with workouts that you can actually do at home or in the gym if you prefer. It's like having a personal trainer with you 24/7. That's what I send to people when I've like decided that they're gonna be a 2B Mindsetter. And then I'm not gonna read this, but this basically is like the breakdown of everything that they will get. So if they are ready for that, then I'll send this to them and give them the price there. And I guess we'll start with the nutrition aspect of everything. So Cassie is going to take over and talk about like the nutrition, kind of the program in general. And then when she's done, Megan's going to take over and talk about how you like track and stuff like that with the program. So go for it, girlfriend.
Hello. So 2B Mindset has been like a game changer for me, because just a little bit of background for me is I've always kind of went up and down. I did Insanity. I had just the videos, so I did Insanity a few times, but I would do the program and then I would stop. So I would gain weight again, and then I would do the program again, and then I would gain weight again. And each time it was more and more weight. So then when I had some like personal issues, Lindsay had actually asked me if I wanted to join, and I was like, no, because I was trying to have a baby, and I was like, I'm gonna get fat anyway, so who cares? Like, why try and work out? And so we ended up, unfortunately, not being able to have a baby. So then I kind of got depressed and ate ice cream every night for like 2 weeks. Mint chocolate chip is my favorite. And I gained a lot of weight, and I was about 170, which is the heaviest I had ever been in my entire life. And all my scrubs were like, you know, I was busting out at the seams, and I would bend over to get blood from something, and my underwear was hanging out, and it was just horrible. And I was going through just this mental, like, I need to do something. I was like, well, I'm just going to work out again. I'm good at that. So I don't necessarily need the like, oh, you know, you need to work out kind of coach, because I kind of am that for myself. Like, I'm able to get up and work out in the morning or in the afternoon. Like, I knew I had to do it, so I'm able to push myself. And so I did it, but I didn't change anything I was eating. So 170 pounds went nowhere. I was like, I see myself getting stronger. I know that there's things, you know, I'm doing better in these workouts, but why is the weight not going anywhere? And so after, again, I had already said no to Lindsay once before, like, no, I work out on my own. I don't need your help. Thank you. But that's not for me. And then I actually just reached out to her, like almost begged her. I was like, I need you. This is it. I'm reaching out to you. Please help me. I was like, nutrition, something is up with my nutrition. Noah, my husband, we worked at Outback together, and he cooked. So I didn't have to cook. So I don't know anything about food. My mom never taught me how to cook. Nobody ever taught me how to cook. So I didn't know anything about food. I didn't know what it did for your body. I didn't know anything. And so I decided that I needed to learn about food. I needed to be able to be nutritional for my body. So I reached out to her, and she's like, oh, well, conveniently, we have this program called 2B Mindset. And she sent me the video on it, and I was hooked. I was like, this is awesome. This is exactly what I need. Let me just start doing research right away. So I ordered it, get started, and basically all right, let me make sure I don't lose track of where I'm going here, because I'll ramble. So the two bunnies. Megan's going to talk about the tracking and the weight, but I'm going to talk about the other two. So it's like two bunnies with two little ears. Is water first and veggies most. So water is so important with weight loss because your bodies are so dehydrated. Like you need water all the time. And she basically will talk about when you think you're hungry, you're actually super thirsty, that your body is asking for water and you're like, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going to go eat a snack. When in reality, if you were to drink like 8 ounces of water, you could and wait until your next meal. When I figured that out, I started making a game out of drinking water. And with that water bottle that she has, I was like, how many water bottles do I have to drink to be able to get my ounces of water? And you should drink 16 ounces before you eat anything. So even though I hadn't yet looked into the videos just quite yet, I was like, I'm going to start drinking a lot of water. In the first week, I drank 16 ounces of water before every meal, and I would notice myself eating less. I was like, oh, normally I could eat a whole half of a chicken tender sub at lunch. Notice I'm not changing my diet at all yet. And this time I was drinking the water and I was only eating like half of a half. And I was like, I'm full. Like, I don't even want anything else. This is crazy, all because I was drinking water beforehand. So that will automatically help you eat less. Basically, just take your weight, divide it in half. That's how many ounces you should be drinking. And then just try and make that goal. There's apps that you can find. There's all kinds of stuff. So I always point that stuff out to people. Like, you have all this stuff that you can track your water. And just try and make sure that you're getting it and that you're drinking it before you eat a meal, because that's super important. So water first before every meal, and then veggies most. And veggies most means that I completely changed my mindset on food. Food was always comfort for me. And so I had it to it being fuel for my body. What do foods do? So it became making sure that your breakfast was a portion of carbs, a portion of veggies, a portion of I forget what breakfast is. Megan, help me out here.
It's protein and carbs.
Protein and carbs. I drink my shake every morning for breakfast, so I don't actually make breakfast. So that's a little bit harder for me because the shake has everything that you need. So I use that as my breakfast. And then for lunch, you have 50% veggies, 25% carbs, and 25% protein. And so you can do things like you just make a burger with half of a bun instead, and you can have, a salad for the 50% and make it a large salad. The difference between it is that you're not using portion control containers. So when you're describing it and you're talking to the people that you want to sign up, you want to know, one, how much weight they want to lose, like Lindsay said, and then you also want to know how well they would do with portion control, because some people aren't good at it. That's not something, even when I got Insanity, that got me into doing a diet. I've never dieted, and I got the containers, I had them, but I didn't use them. So as easy as that is to learn, if someone's like, oh no, I'm not really, I tried the whole portion control thing, you think that 2B Mindset might be a good fit for them. This is because you don't have to portion it. You just plate your plate a certain way. And if you want more food, you can have it. You just have to start over. You make sure you have your water first again, and then you do some veggies first, and then you go into a protein, and then you go that carb or something, because by the time you get to that, you're not even going to be hungry for it. And is it even going to be worth it? Because if it's not, put the fork down. So veggies are so important. And what's cool is you just make your base a veggie. You find things that you like, and then you make it into a veggie. So I started off with I love tacos. So how do you make tacos healthy? The shell. So I would use romaine lettuce as my shell. And that's awesome. I love doing taco night. You can use all the stuff. You just don't use, at nighttime, you're not supposed to have any carbs. So carbs give you energy. So you learn what carbs do for you and why you're not supposed to eat carbs. Well, do you need energy before you go to sleep? No, you're just going to store it as fat because you're going to bed. So learning when to eat what is so important. So if someone's not knowledgeable about food and about nutrition, that's another aspect that you can do. Another aspect is if they already work out and they're like, I don't really need any help with working out. That's when you can get into, well, I have this really I'm talking to right now who is just interested in the nutrition plan. She's like, I have a personal trainer, but we don't really, they don't do anything about nutrition. So that's a good aspect. I think that's pretty much it. A few ideas that I kind of wanted to throw out there for you that I've tried is zucchini lasagna is really good. That's one of my favorites recently. Cauliflower fried rice, pretty much any cauliflower rice is the bomb. I made cilantro lime cauliflower rice with like chicken skewers with pineapples, and it was really, really good, like the mix of those. I love chicken, so I make chicken with just about anything, but I made a loaded, like going to like family events and stuff, and you want to bring a healthy dish as a side dish. Trust me, the cheese and everything that goes in it doesn't make it that healthy, but if it were mashed potatoes, it would be worse. And that's a lot what she talks about too, is that however you can get your veggies, get your veggies. So if you put a little butter on them, you put a little salt on them, that's okay, because that's a veggie versus what you probably would have eaten. So you want to just not punish yourself for the food that you're going to eat, because you're going to be able to eat a lot of food, and that's it. You're not starving yourself. You're eating a lot. And that's what's awesome, is that you're like, oh, cool, I still get to eat a lot. I just have to like shift gears on what it is that I'm eating and when. So I definitely get my carbs at lunch. That's what I tell everyone. I was like, I eat my carbs at lunch and I enjoy them at lunch. And then at dinner, I make sure my dinners are veggies most. And then I can actually like take my dinners that I prep or make and have them for lunch the next day. So that's where I'm going to end that and take you over to the other two bunnies and let Megan talk about the scale. And
that was awesome. Thanks for sharing that, and thanks for sharing your story too. And if you guys see Cassie's like dramatic change, and obviously like she's a badass with her workouts, but she'll even say that, you know, because she had gained weight so rapidly, it was hard for her in the beginning to work out, even though she had done Insanity and things like that before. But when she really honed in on her nutrition, like, I mean, the weight was falling off. Like, you were watching her journey in the beginning. It's like every day she was like losing 5 pounds. I swear, it was crazy.
It was ridiculous. It's like pound a day, and then I was like insane, and it was crazy.
Yeah,
I can't even like. I've definitely kind of like plateaued, and I'm staying kind of in the same range. But I'm very happy with where I am. I'm happy with my body. I'm proud of what I've accomplished and where I've come, and how I look at food now and where I am now with my nutrition. And I go grocery shopping. My fridge is full of vegetables and stuff all the time. I mean, Noah never cooks anymore. He's lost like 7 pounds, not doing anything, just eating the food that I cook now. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you're either going to eat the food that I cook or you go get something else. It's up to you.
Yeah. And like Sierra just said, hot sauce on veggies help me. And like, that's what she talks about. Like you were saying with the accessories is what they're called. And like, if you won't eat broccoli without maybe like a little bit of honey mustard or something on it, then put the honey mustard on it and eat your damn broccoli. Obviously don't, bathe it in it, but if that's going to help you get it down, versus eating French fries instead, then obviously that's the way to go.
Yeah, and there's so many tips and tricks in the video of how to make that honey mustard go a little bit further, and how to grocery shop, and how to eat when you're out, and how to eat at barbecues, and how to eat just when you're places, what to do. And so just being able to like tell someone like, all you have to do is sit there and watch videos, like it's really easy. And another selling point is that working out is extra credit, which is, potentially why weight can like just melt off for some people, because you're working out at the same time that you completely change up your nutrition. If you're like, hey, look, working out is extra credit. If someone's just trying to change their nutrition at first, like, oh, I just really need to eat healthier, but I do want to work out. That's awesome, because working out's extra credit, girl. You're going to do great. You're going to see that weight come off even though you're not working out.
Amen. And one more thing on that is just, that's what she kind of talks about is, a lot of people don't have, like a lot of people that have a lot of weight to lose, it's so much better for them to focus on nutrition first and get a lot of that weight off before they start exercising. Because at some point they need to start exercising if they're ever going to want to tone up a little bit. But for them to be able to lose like 30 pounds first with just nutrition, then they're going to be so much more confident in their workouts, and they're going to go so much further, and they're not going to give up because of that. So I also like that mindset about the program too. So again, people that have a lot more weight to lose, I would recommend this program over all the other ones 100%. So let's switch it over to Megan. She's actually 2B Mindset certified, which is kind of cool. She did the certification.
Yes, you guys aren't
Tell us about that too, really quick, about like the certification and stuff.
So this certification is, well, I don't know the price now, but it was $99. She was doing a sale, and it's about, I can't remember, but it took pretty much a day. There's a series of videos, and it breaks down the entire 2B mindset, and then you have to take a test. So it literally talked about which vegetables are good for, like, it was insane, but I did learn a lot, and I still have the tools to go back. I can still watch the videos, but it is a fee. I think it's like $13 when you first sign up for the first 2 months, and then it's like $6.99 a month to be certified. So, but that's that. And you get to go live with her. So Alana is the creator of 2B Mindset, and it's not like one-on-one. There's a group of people, but you can ask her any question. So I thought that was fun and intimidating because I was like, oh my gosh, but whatever, it was good. So I'm going to start with the 2 bunnies. So, well, Cassie did the 2 bunnies, so I'm going to finish the other 2, which is tracking and the scale. So what Alana's theory is, instead of like using the portion containers, you're basically tracking everything that you need. And it sounds, time consuming, but it takes 2 minutes, and you could do it like at night, like set your alarm before you go to bed and just write everything down. So this is what the tracker looks like. I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you see it? This is a tracker. To be honest, I suck and I don't track, but I did today for you guys. So this is like the tracker. Can you guys see it? I can't tell. But it's kind of like a journal too. So you write how many ounces of water you drink and how much you weigh, the total, and how you're feeling with your mindset, and then the food. And then down below it says like, why was today great? And it's fun. Okay. So tracking. I wrote this down so I won't forget it, so I'm just going to read it. Tracking, it's a core principle to be successful in your weight loss. It's important to use the tracker daily with details. That way you can tell what is working for you, and maybe you can see what you might need to tweak to get greater results. Maybe you're adding too much salt, or maybe you're having way too much carbs when you should eat more veggies. I did learn there was a stage where I wasn't losing weight, but I wasn't really being bad with my nutrition. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I was realizing I was having veggies first, but I was having the same exact amount as veggies as I was as carbs and protein. So veggies really should be your main dish. So I learned that throughout the process. There are studies that constantly show using a food tracker can help with weight loss results. If you are tracking your food in detail, you are guaranteed for multiple weight loss days. So Alana uses example as peanut butter. There's a difference between a teaspoon, a tablespoon, and a glob of peanut butter. So that way, if you have a glob of peanut butter and you track it and you get on the scale and you're up a pound, you can see that, oh, you can't have a glob, go to a teaspoon. So like I said, it only takes a few minutes a day, and this book has 90 days in it. But you can also download the Nutrition Plus app, and it's so easy. You could track everything on your phone. So that's what I like about that. So that's why tracking is important. So you get on the scale and you lose weight, you know what's working for you. If you gain weight, then you know that you need to tweak it a little bit. So the other bunny is the scale. I know everyone is so scared of the scale, and some people say it's just a number, and it is just a number, but it also helps too. So Alana recommends to use the scale every morning with no clothes on, after you use the bathroom, and before you eat or drink anything. And it's a tool for more positive weight loss. So using the scale daily can prevent weight gain. It helps encourage weight loss and helps prevent weight gain after you lose the weight. So using the scale daily truly allows you to see what foods are actually working for you and which are not. This is where using your tracker and the scale come into play. So that's why it's important to track everything daily and to get on the scale every morning. And Alana, part of the certification, I watched a video, it was like 10 minutes talking about the scale. and she was saying one of her clients was using the scale once a week. So Monday she would get on the scale, and then the following Monday she would get on the scale, and she was disappointed because the scale wasn't moving. But Alana's theory is, well, she could have been losing weight during the week and on the weekend gained it back, and once she got on the scale Monday, that's why. So she's thinking it's not working, but it is, whatever. So that's why she recommends every day to get on the scale. So that's why. Anybody have any questions or anything? Sorry, I sound like a man. I don't feel good.
I don't know. Sorry, you don't feel good. Yep, that's perfect. I mean, you literally went over every part of it. And like you were saying, like the scale, most of us say, okay, let's not weigh ourselves and stuff like that. But if you can look at the scale as a tool in your weight loss and not as something that determines if you're doing a good job or not, then that's why she uses it. And if you're going to sit there and you're going to have, this certain kind of food, and every single day you're weighing yourself and you're going up and up and up, you're going to know to cut that food out of your diet because it's not working for you. And that's what's really, really good about the program, is that you can literally watch what you're intaking and watch the results of it. Because if you're not paying close attention to your nutrition and you're not writing it down, you could start to see patterns and things like that. So it really, really, really is helpful. Does anybody have any questions about 2B Mindset? Or any questions for these ladies? Just unmute yourselves if you do. Or type it in the chat. I'm gonna go with no on that one. All right, I don't know how to take a picture on my computer, so I'm going to take a picture on my phone. I'm going to do a boomerang. All right. On the count of 3, do something funny. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Did it work?
It did. All right, guys. Thanks for getting on with us, and I will post everything into our group. And Cass and Megan, thank you so much for getting on the call and kind of taking the lead, because I know how nerve-wracking it is to have everybody staring at you while you're talking. I get so nervous every single time, and I'm always nervous the whole entire time I'm talking. But I hope you all have a wonderful night, and the ones that I'll be seeing on Sunday, I'll see you Sunday. If not, see you soon. All right? Bye, guys.